guys, feeling here by more NieR.
Round,
Still listening to
then it's Derek X, and then goes to the end with the cookout. I don't think they let her get to the final two.
Wait, what was my goal?
I think they will cut her right then and there.
Oh, check mail.
She will not make it to the end. And that is a problem for me, because I love her. I want to see her win. She's in my top 2 people I want to see win. So, oh my god.
Analyze current trends among the
Here's
machines.
The thing. Okay, the other thing, I'm actually, okay, the other thing is, in the event that her mind changes, and her mind has changed, she's been thinking a lot, so her mind has been changing. None of this is set in stone. It's all speculative. She could wake up next week and be like,
can you hear me?
I'm good. I'm not gonna do the thing. You know what? I'm riding with Claire. I'm trying to make it there, and then I'll see what happens. I feel like Tiffany's taken a lot on her shoulders by pretty much wanting everything to be the exact way she wants it to be, and wanting the narrative to be what she wants it to be. And I love that narrative. I'm the #1 subscriber to that narrative.
They wanted to discuss a peace treaty.
No kidding.
Apparently, they're seeking to form an alliance.
If that's what they want,
oh, I thought that was a thing. Shit, I'm trying to skip the ad.
But I don't think it's the winning choice for her.
Apparently, it's located in the abandoned factory.
Let me ask you a question.
Please.
In week 4 of Big Brother 22, did you anticipate that there would be 2 people in the final 3 who would be willing to take Cody to the final 2?
I still had more faith in Cody to make the correct decision at that point, though. Oh, we're meeting him at the abandoned factory? Oh. Where's the abandoned factory?
If I say at 9, they'll be like, well, Taryn convinced.
Yeah, you can't let Taryn get away with that.
No!
They'll be like, wow, Taryn is so good. He'd win Big Brother, like, no question. Did you see what he did to Puya?
I have to stick to my guns. I'm going 8.
I'll give him.
Alright.
I have to do it.
Yeah, see, now look at that, though. Now look at that. I convinced Puya to go to an 8.
Okay, I'm going 9.
Wow.
I'm actually
Yeah, what would I give? Like, what? I would give Alyssa a 5, Azza a 4, or maybe even a 5. Between 2. Brittany a 4.
I can't wait to use this clip in the future.
Christian.
a
6.
Well, good thing is I didn't put a stick of chapstick
Claire
on the line.
a 6.
No, you didn't.
Derek, maybe Claire 7.
Well, the audience.
Derek F a 4. Derek
on
X a
this one.
6.
They are with you guys.
Hannah a 6.
Equally cannot
Kylan a
see
7.
The vision of Tiffany. They
Sarah,
are all
4.
On the wrong. You are all on the wrong side of history.
Tiffany an 8.
I'm okay. I would
Whitney
love
up
I would love to be wrong.
to Xavier a 7.
Would make me happier if
I think that's what I would have done.
I would love that so much.
All right. Well, the audience gave her an 8 as well, so it's going to be an 8 for Tiffany this week. The lowest score all season long for Tiffany, which really I think is wrong. I think that her game is as strong as ever this week.
You're wrong, Karen.
Definitely stronger than week 1. But all right,
Yeah,
I'm
strong
outvoted on this one.
You're wrong.
All right, let's move on to Whitney. Let's talk about Whitney. The audience gave Whitney a 2. The person going home got a 2 for the first time in a couple weeks. Look at that.
I think it's hard because
Fuck off. Where am I supposed to
This is
go?
a hard one because it's like there's nothing that she's done necessarily that's like, oh, she's a one player, she's terrible, whatever. It's just like this just happened. She was next on the, you know what I mean? Like it's hard because it's like for me, I want to give ones to people who like really made a mistake and they did this to themselves. Whereas,
I mean, I
like,
assumed it was, but I didn't see that
I
this
don't
was here
feel like
to
she
allow us to get to talk.
has made any serious errors that put her on the block like this. I mean, yeah, obviously she could be fighting right now to stay, but at the same time,
what
it's
the
like
fuck?
I don't think she's a bad player.
Okay,
But I do
can you
think
just
that
climb?
I do think, and okay, I have a question for you, for both of you. Do you think that if Whitney were to fight to stay, like fight to stay in the house, do you think people would vote Hannah out and keep Whitney?
No.
I feel like she has no chance, even if
she
she
has
were
no
to
chance.
fight. Right, like it's like I just don't see, and I don't think that's on her necessarily. I think that like there are a lot of factors going into the fact that people want to keep Hannah around. I don't know. I feel like it's hard for me to. I don't know. I want to go last.
Melissa's going last.
It's like, who
It's
cares?
just like it's one of those things where it's like under any normal situation we'd be like, well, she's on the block, but you never know, she could stay, and we'd give her a 2. But in this house, it does seem like, okay, it's a foregone conclusion. Once they're on the block and they've picked the target, there's no turning back. This is it. She's a 1. She's going home, right? Like it just feels weird.
It's been an interesting season with regards to evictions here, because you look at it, Frenchie kind of like decided, well, I need to be the martyr, I need to lay down and die, so that's what's gonna happen, but then I'm gonna like talk to people left and right a little bit, but that's it. Brent was convinced that he was the king of everything and was going to look at Xavier in the face and be like, checkmate. And then Derek F made himself dead to Taryn by spoiling that. Then you have Whitney, who, for me, this is how I'm going to calculate it. How many times did I hear the word or the name Whitney on the live feed update this last week? Not that many. And it's her eviction week. I feel like she's not really out here putting in the work. Like, she just isn't. Now, is she in a position where she should be getting all 4 1s? Probably not. But also, I think about her, the people she deemed to be the closest to her. I would do this for Derek X. I would go the miles here. She had the wrong read completely. She felt completely secure and was completely wrong. So, I do not expect her to get an average 1, but giving her less than 2, folks. Giving her a 1. Give her the 1. Give her the 1.
Are you giving her 1 just so that you could do the less than 2 thing?
Listen, props are magic, okay? And that's what we're doing here. Give her it. Give her it.
I'm going to give her the 2, and that's because I really do try to avoid the 1 unless I really feel like it's an all-time bad play. They did it to themselves. I don't think that's the case for Whitney. I think that she is laying down and dying, but she really never had a shot to begin with. And if she recognizes that I can't fault her that much, I would probably give her, I'd feel better about a 2, or maybe even give her a 3 if she was fighting hard. But it's a 2. I mean, she's not Brent. She's not Frenchie. Those are perfect examples of 1s. Whitney, not so much. So yeah, I gave her the 2.
The bar is so low after those 2 games, too. That literally all you have to do is have a pulse and not be complete garbage in your game management, and you can muster up a 2 pretty much.
Yeah, I think it would have been funny to have like every remaining person who leaves have just a 1 as they leave, because it's like a foregone conclusion that they're going. Whereas like normally it's like, oh, we don't know till like eviction day who's going home, right? But this season it just feels so different. But yeah, I do agree with Taryn on this one, in that I agree about, I try to reserve the 1 for people who really are just like, they've done this to themselves, and I don't feel like that's really Whitney's situation. I do think Whitney is like, as much as it's like, well, we want to see her fight, it's like, well, what good will that do in this situation? So I do have to give her the 2, just because, I want to keep my 1s for the real ones. Ones for the real ones, anyway. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just giving her a 2.
All right, so a 2 for Whitney. Finally, let's talk about Xavier. Puya, what are your thoughts on X?
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. So here's the thing. I've heard you mention this, and I think I kind of subscribe to it, where I would have argued first couple weeks, yes, X is playing a great game, but it's not, and I mentioned this earlier, not the modern day best game to play. He's playing the game that was great in like the Middle Ages, potentially. However, in a game like this, at any given moment, a specific new gameplay might emerge as one of the better ones. I love Xavier so much. I drafted him. He's one of my favorites.
I'm actually thinking about something right now. I think I might try to make my NieR Repling video come out before my Automata one, which wasn't what I was thinking before, but now that I'm thinking about it a bit more, I feel like I should.
That wasn't looking good
I feel
for
like it
him.
makes more
Luckily,
sense to
the
do it
rest
that
of
way.
his alliance could swap the tides out and help him out, Tiffany being a big part of that. So I think moving forward now, where is he? What's his situation? He is good with anyone in the Kings. He's got them. He's in this new 5-person alliance that he was brought in as the 5th for, but he already kind of had those connections anyways. The only person that might be a little bit not into him is DX in my books, from the ways I'm looking at it. I mentioned this earlier, but with the cookout, should he get to the final 6 with the cookout, he's in 2 final 3s in that 6. He's in a final 3 with Tiffany and Chada. He's in a final 3 with Big D and Kylan. I like that for him, and I think he has the capability of being in a good place with Azza as well. Is he going anywhere next week? I don't believe so. Is he going to be in the jury? I believe so. He's only improved on his spot. Now, it's not the best. He still needs to do a little bit more, but let's start pushing the tide back. Let's put him back up where he was. I'm giving him a 7.
All right, Melissa, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Kuya. I think that he's put himself in a decent position. I was a little worried coming out of his HOH that maybe he would, end up in a worse position, especially because a lot of people were really eyeing the Kings as, we need to separate the show match. We need to get one of them out there. They're a team that's still intact. We got to do something. And then, of course, Christian wins the HOH, and I think that kind of put him back in a decent spot. And allowed him to kind of find his footing more as we went through this week. And also, he got his way this week. I mean, yes, like we said, it didn't start off that way and it wasn't looking so great. But eventually, now that we're finishing out the week, it seems like Whitney's going to be leaving, Hannah's going to be staying, his team's all still there. Yes, Sarah Beth might be the next target, but is that really that big of a deal to X? I don't know. So I think that he's in a better spot for me than he was last week. So I'm going to go to a 7 for him.
All right, you guys are thinking similarly to me here in terms of X's game. I love his position now. It's really good, but I'm gonna keep saying this. He is not playing super actively. He did not actively put himself in this position. X gained from Kylan's loss. If Kylan hadn't dropped the ball, then X would still be in a slightly worse position, and Kylan would be in this position. And X did nothing to make Kylan drop the ball. He did nothing to get that situation to happen. He just found himself in a position where he benefited from other people's losses, and that's his game, and I applaud him for that. He is trying to play this smooth game where he is able to, hopefully fit into holes that open up. And I think that is certainly a valid way to play the game, and it's one that can work. But similarly to how I talked about Claire, I talked about Derek X, I talked about now Kylan, Sarah Beth. All of these players are playing very similar kinds of games where they're all kind of trying to find that spot where they can fit themselves in. And only one person is going to benefit the most from that. And because they're not actively playing, they're not going to make sure that it's them that benefits. X was last week in a spot where he was teetering on the edge of and this week, because Kylan screwed up, it was like, here we go. That's great. And because he plays so passively, it could so easily fall back into at any given moment. And so until he is locked securely in this position, I am not quite up as high as Kylan, who is on his way down. But Xavier on his way up is at a 7 for me as well. If he maintains this position, this is the opposite of Kylan and Claire and Derek X. So I'm watching you. For Xavier, it's you stick here. You keep this up, and the sky's the limit here. You've got a great position here. Stay in this position, and you've got a good chance to win this game. So if he does stay in this position, I think this is some high value stockage here. And the audience is going to agree with us on this one as well.
Should I go on Xavier?
7.
I do feel good about Xavier.
All right.
And I feel a lot. I feel like Hannah's a lot more risky.
An interesting one. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah. Seems like Alyssa and Christian went up.
Alyssa and Christian went up. Azza, Brittany stayed the same. Claire stayed the same. Big D went down. Derek X stayed the same. Hannah stayed the same.
What's
Kylan
supposed to do
stayed the
then?
same. Sarah Beth dropped. Tiffany went down. Travesty. Whitney dropped, and Xavier went up. So there you go. All right, let's get into some of the bonus questions here. I asked so this is a little game we played where I have the panelists here try to guess the order of the fan favorites, the top 4 and the bottom 4 of the players from the audience. So I had the audience rank the players from their favorite to their least favorite.
Just going here.
So Puya and Melissa, who do you think is the audience fan favorite this week?
Tiffany.
Or Hannah.
You are both correct. Who's number 2?
Then Hannah, I think.
Oh, Claire.
I think it's
What? That was considered a death?
X.
Melissa takes the lead. It is
What about
Derek
Derek X?
X.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Who's number 3?
I think
No, I'm
Hannah.
counting everything now. Claire?
Or Claire. I mean, it could be
I
Claire.
think it's Hannah.
Puya ties it up. It
Yeah,
is
it's Claire.
Claire.
Ah,
Wow, I'm surprised Hannah's so low on this.
Who is number 4?
Hannah.
I'm looking up the stocks right now. Let's see. Like,
Yeah, I'll go with Hannah.
Hannah,
H-Chart. I'm gonna go
Hannah
there.
has so much more potential
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
go
there.
up.
I'm gonna go there.
All right, we
I
are
feel
still
like it is a
tied because you're
riskier
both
buy, though.
correct. It is Hannah at number 4. All right, so this is a close one. This is a close one.
Yeah.
All right, who is
I'm
the
actually
audience's
instantly.
least favorite player?
Whitney.
This,
Yeah, I would say Whitney.
You are both correct.
really?
Who is the second least favorite?
Alyssa.
Brittany?
You are both incorrect.
Whoa.
It's Big D.
Really?
Wow. Okay. Wow.
What the fuck is going
Who
on?
is their third least favorite? Still tied up, only 2 to go.
I'd say Brittany.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Brittany as well.
You are both correct.
Ah. Then Alyssa.
Okay, fourth least favorite. Melissa says Alyssa.
Melissa says Alyssa. Damn, this list is hard to look at. That's something that's I'm gonna go Alyssa.
You are both incorrect.
What?
For the tiebreaker, can you guess the correct fourth least favorite?
What?
Probably
This is
Christian.
it's like, who's the worst? Pick 'em. I'm like, okay. Let's see. So you're picking Christian. I'm gonna go with. Oh my God! I
Or
can't
maybe
believe I'm
Ozza?
about to say this. I'm gonna pick Ozza.
Melissa, I'm gonna need a final
What the
answer.
fuck was that? I pushed dash
I
like
feel
3
okay,
times.
So like, if I feel like I could say
What's this
Christian
do?
because then one of us would win, but
Mhm.
I could say Ozza so that none of us can win. I don't know which one I want to go with.
Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter, but
maybe-
that's a cool thing.
Maybe I'm gonna go with Ozza. I'm a saboteur.
Melissa gave away the win. It was Christian.
Yeah, it was Christian. Obviously. It was gonna be
Darn it.
Ozza.
Oh man!
All right, one final tiebreaker question. Who is the audience's fifth favorite? Who's in 5th place on top of the board?
I don't even know who's left.
Kyla.
There.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
it's
you both suck at this. It's a tie. It's
What?
Xavier.
Oh
Okay.
my
I was
god.
gonna pick Xavier. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Wow. We don't know these people at all.
All right, it goes
Was it by
Tiffany,
Clone
Derek
Solo?
X, Claire, Hannah, Xavier, Kylan, Sarah Beth, Alyssa, Ozza, Christian, Brittany.
Oh,
Big
did we
D.
already say Claire and I didn't say Claire again?
Yes.
I think you did,
thought I
yes.
would win. Yeah.
Got
no, I
it.
didn't.
Got it. Yeah. Well, you know what, Puya, you still didn't win, even though I messed up like that.
Oh man, Melissa, you said Christian right away, and then Puya gave a different answer, and I was like, wow, Melissa's gonna win for like the first time ever. and then you tossed it away.
Yeah, I don't understand what people like.
That's me,
apparently, because my list would be so different from everybody. So I guess I'm just trying to figure out like what the people
That was
like
so
or don't
close.
like, but apparently that's way off of what I like or don't.
I'm gonna take this super passive.
All right. Well, I asked the audience to rate the episodes this week, and they rated the episodes a 6.8 out of 10.
This is where I died,
down
right?
from the 7.0 of last week. I asked them to rate the feeds a 7.2, down from the 7.4 last week, and then the season as a whole so far, an 8.2, down from the 8.3 so far, or last week. So some slight degradation on the scores this week, but nothing major overall.
At Rasmussen University, our business programs are affordable, flexible, and taught by instructors with years of real-world expertise. Get going at one of our 23 campuses or online at rasmussen.edu. At Rasmussen University, green means go.
For this multitasking number cruncher, time is money. So I go to Floor & Decor, where I get rock-bottom prices on tile, wood, stone, and laminate. Plus, I score free in-store design services. Now that's time well spent.
Explore Floor & Decor in person or online.
I asked the audience to rate the competitions this week, and they gave them a 6.8, down from the 7.3 last week. Competitions were, I think they're still honestly fine, but last week they were really good. I asked them to rate the team twist a 7.3 this week, 7.4 last week, so still pretty good on the team twist. The wild card competition twist, the decision that Claire had to make, a 7.0 this week, up from the 6.5 last week. They liked this safe until jury decision. In general, people feel pretty similarly, maybe just a little bit lower on this week than last week as a whole, probably because it's a somewhat similar kind of week overall.
Yeah.
So, I asked the audience, who is the best person for Xavier to, this is last week. I was like, how did Brent win? Did I accidentally put Brent in there? Who is the best person for Christian to have targeted for his game? With 24% of the vote, the audience said Hannah was the best target, though still 18% said Whitney was the best target. I'm going to disagree with actually both of those answers.
Hannah would
have been a fine target just because it would have outed the cookout, but in reality, I would have liked to see Christian target some of the more heavy hitters. I mean, Kylan, even Derek X. Honestly, targeting Derek X would not have been a bad move for Christian, because just take out anybody that could challenge competitions at this point.
Yeah, and I think that it wouldn't have been outrageous to say, well, I'm targeting you because I think you can beat me, I think that that's like fine logic to have. Derek X, you've won competitions, Kylan, you've won competitions, I'm worried about you guys moving forward, whatever, as long as he's not working with them, who cares? And that's, not that you need to have, a reason necessarily, but then you don't have to say, you don't have to out any alliances or do anything like that, you basically just say, you guys can beat me, and I need to make sure that I'm the competition person, whatever. So I don't think that would have gone too terribly, but I think that this is the safe route, I guess, for him. But I don't know if it's safe or
Goes on for a lot longer than I thought.
All right. I asked, will Kylan's game recover from this Sarah Beth situation? 70% of the audience says yes. His game will recover. This is just a blip on the radar, and he'll come back. But 30% still think no, his game will not recover. So a little bit split there, but the majority does think it will recover. I asked, who do you want to be evicted this week? 85% say Whitney, 15% say Hannah. And then I asked the audience, who do you want to win HOH next week? Can this be the tiebreaker? Who do you guys think the audience wants to win HOH the most next week?
Proposal. Energy source should be destroyed.
I have literally no idea. Yeah.
I have between two options, but I'm gonna
got it.
Alyssa.
I've been keeping an eye on you. I'm gonna shut off
And I'll tell
power
you,
in the
wait, let me
factory
explain
now.
why I would say this. Let me say why. Up until, I believe now, it's Azza and Derek. And I believe the situation to be
Hang in there, too, baby.
Azza and Brittany. And then everything that would have been fun this week
So
would
most are
happen
just
next week.
trying to dodge,
Where
right?
Sarah Beth is safe. These two are on the block. They're not gonna get rid of Azza, so they're gonna have to reveal, like, do a blind side, reveal the alliance, and Brittany leads. But I don't think that's what her results would have been, so I'm not sure.
Fuck,
That
this is
might
like
just be
way
what I
above
wanted,
level, though.
and that specific order. So I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just gonna say Alyssa to say Alyssa.
I'm gonna say Sarah Beth, but that's kind of because I would be interested in that. So she's not an easy week if she doesn't go home.
You are both still incorrect. Neither of you deserve
What
to
is
win
it
this
that the
episode.
audience is incorrect? I think the audience is
No, but I'm
wrong
curious.
here.
What did the audience say?
The audience says, now, I'll give it to Melissa. She was close. Sarah Beth was in second place by only 3%. But number one from the audience is Hannah. They want to see Hannah win this next situation.
It's so boring.
I don't know if that would be that exciting.
I don't think so either. I think that's I talked about this morning. I feel like that's the cleanest results. It's a very easy excuse to target Sarah Beth.
Well, plus, it's like everybody wants Sarah Beth to go anyway, so then it's just Hannah wins and goes, well, I heard that you wanted me to go, so now you're on the block and you're going to go home, and that's the end of it. And everyone's like, okay, we're playing next week. Like, that's boring. What's wrong, guys?
Well, that's what the audience wants.
Well, they're wrong.
All right. The only other person with meaningful numbers here is Derek X in third place with 14%. Between Hannah and Derek X, they make up about 40% of the vote. Seems like the audience wants this shot to be taken at Sarah Beth, but there is a Sarah Beth contingent that wants not the shot to be taken. So there we go. That is the stock watch, the ratings and the questions. We can also take a gander at the leaderboard if it's working. Take a look. Let's see. BB23 leaderboard. Looks like we have. Is this a functional first place? We've got a 6-way tie for first with.
How do we see it? Can you put it on the screen?
I can maybe try to put it on the screen. It's a little bit more difficult with StreamYard, but I can try to make it work here. Let's see. Stock watch. This thing. Go. And then this thing. Boom! Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow, there really is a 6-way tie.
6-way tie for first.
Wow.
Everyone that went in on both Kyland and Derek X this week.
I made the upper move this week.
Likely hit the most amount of profit. I did remember to go in here on somebody. I went in on Kyland. I'm doing all right here.
The rare Britney stock, huh?
Yes, I took a Britney. I took a Britney as I was the only one I could afford, and I was like, hey, I'll take a Britney.
Why not?
No, I did not take a Tiffany stock. People that were like, oh, he's arguing for Tiffany's rating because he wants a Tiffany. Melissa, did you remember to do something?
I did. But
Here
I don't know where I am.
You are down in 3,426th place.
My first week.
Went in on Derek X. Look at that. You made some money here. You're just a little bit behind.
Wait, I put one in one other person. Who did I put it in? I don't remember.
According to this, you did not.
What? I did.
No.
All right, whatever. I had like a little bit of money left over, and I tried to put it in somebody, but whatever. Yes, I did.
Booyah. How are you doing over here? 827th place. You did that. You did the Kyland Derek.
What am I doing?
I had the exact same last week. So then this week I just logged on, added 2 more Kyland, and shut it off. So set it and forget it, man.
There you go. All right. So that's the stock watch for the week. Of course, I do a stream about the stock watch on Thursdays. You can find that on twitch.tv/TarynArmstrong if you want to check it out and see what I have to say about all the stocks. All right. Any final thoughts on the week, Melissa?
No, just excited to see, where it goes next week. I'm really looking forward to it. I think that it really
Wait, they just head
depends
back
on
down?
this HOH, and I love the endurance
Oh,
competition,
oh shit.
so I'm really excited.
Throw away.
All right, Booyah. Any final thoughts?
I'm very, very satisfied in what I've been getting from the season. I have many favorites. I love a lot of people. I love the cookout. I love Derek X. I love what Derek X is representing. I love that we got that segment on the show. I'm excited that we're getting endurance. They promised live feeds, but this season they've been really jerking us around with these live feeds getting cut. So I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. I'm not going to 100% believe it until I'm watching it, but I'm very excited for the endurance HOH. Let's see how this next week gears up, this final week before the jury. Let's see how it goes. I'm very excited.
All right. So that's what we have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. I will, of course, be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern to update you on everything that happens today on the Big Brother 23 live feeds. And then tomorrow during the episode, I will be live again on Twitch, twitch.tv/TarynArmstrong, to watch the episode with you all. And then after the episode, we'll have a podcast here on Rob's podcast to recap what goes down. Melissa, I think, will be there. So it should be a fun time. And then, of course, Thursday, plenty of content that goes down there. The Stock Watch stream, watching the episode with you guys, podcast after the episode. Plenty to go through with all of that. You can also find me on Twitter. Again, I tweet these surveys out the morning of this Roundtable podcast if you want to get your votes in. If you disagreed with the audience's votes and you didn't vote, what are you doing with your life? Come on, get to the vote. Check all of that out. Booyah, where can people find you?
You can find me on all major social media platforms at Booyah, but on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Booyah. I stream there 3 times a week. We will be back with our Among Us stuff at 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, the pad at 11 p.m. Friday, and 90 Day Fiancé still going strong. Apparently next week is the finale of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. I had Rob on with me this week. I'm excited to cover the finale next week. And look out for Sexy Beasts, the last piece of our coverage for the moment. Episodes 5 and 6 will be out with Chappelle. Jim will be joining Jenny and I to talk about that, so I'm excited about that. And I think that's everything. And I will be seeing Karen on Friday morning, of course, talking about the live feeds after the endurance.
What the fuck?
All right, and of course you can find Melissa at It's Melissa.
What the fuck is this fight?
With 3 A's.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see all of you next time.
August 20th.
I think there's something in my house.
Get out of the house.
I believe.
Thank you, Pascal, for helping out so much.
Theaters August 20th.
Alright, so that's it for that. Well, last episode uploaded.
Alright guys,
I think I'm caught up on things.
anyway. We do have Chase.
Still no comments on my Yakuza video.
Times, and it's kind of dumb. Now in the
Whatever. Alright, let's check the comparison. I just want to see where it's at. It's not going to be good. Still 9. Ooh, it's number 9 by a lot. Actually, it's barely even fucking ahead of my 13 Sentinels video. That's really bad. Whatever. It is what it is. Wait, what? Where am I going? Wait, oh, what the fuck? Where'd that guy come from? Oh, 32. What the fuck? Is there a thing in here? Where'd we come from? I really don't remember. Wait, did I come from here? Oh no, I did. I did. I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, I was complaining that he was too close to me. Yeah. I remember everything now. Alright. So is it down? What the fuck? Okay, well that's some bullshit. Oh, this is where the game started, isn't it? Huh? Where'd I go then? Where am I? Where am I supposed to go? Yeah, this is the beginning of the game. Are we down here then? Wait, am I just going back to where I was? I think I am. I have no clue where I'm going. I guess that is where I'm supposed to go, though. I don't know. Makes it seem like this is where I'm supposed to go, though. Yeah, this is where I was. There's nothing here, right? So I'm just confused on where I'm supposed to go then. So we fought those robots. Oh, I think I know where we're supposed to go now. It is back up there. It's before we even get to that room. There's that pathway that goes to the right. I think that's where we're supposed to go. I don't think we get to a save point. Like, we're 40 minutes into this episode at this point. Yeah, this might be it for today. I think I'm gonna call it a day here. Well, we are very close to finishing playthrough A. Yeah, here, right? Or maybe not. I'm so confused where I'm supposed to be going. Like, so this is the destination, right? How do I get there then? Like, was there another path here? Oh, what the fuck? It was here. Oh. Okay. It would be nice if we got our save point at some point. There we go. Isn't this a boss battle?
Why did you have to die? It's not fair. My only brother. Damn them! I'll kill them. I swear I'll kill them
I'm
all.
only a week away from the challenge. Fuck.
Well, that was certainly something. I had no idea such a vast space existed beneath the abandoned factory. I need to return. join me?
No thanks. I'm heading back to the resistance camp. What about you?
Oh, I'll probably wander back to the village. I have plenty on my plate there.
I see.
Don't we have a boss battle here? I could have sworn we do.
This is the resistance camp.
Say again? I'm not receiving.
Scanning for interference.
Dude, this is the end game, isn't it?
Requesting backup. Forces in range. Please, we can...
Let's move.
Fuck. Fuck.
Report. No damage detected.
I don't know. I just want to see like what that weapon is. $330, 300, 330. I'm pretty sure that's a lot weaker. Yeah, it's not even worth it then. Whoa, that's a lot of shit. Oh, I just realized something too. Let's go to skills, plug-in chips. Yeah, we have 11 available. Fuck. Oh, fuck off. There we go. So these are all the ones that are in there already, right? Oh no, we don't have 11 available. We have only one available. Alright, maybe it's not worth using. So I was thinking about adding auto use item. I feel like that is worth it. We need 10 though for that. What can we get rid of? It's worth 10. And that's only up 2%. Yeah, I feel like we'll get rid of that. Remove that, and then add in auto, whatever, auto use item. Then do we have one, like, do we have a thing that only takes 2? I doubt it, right? Yeah. It would be nice if we could save, though. Or is that a save point? I think that's a save point. Yes, it is. Okay. 1 tier. Yes, I believe we're at the end of playthrough A. You know, fuck it. Let's just do one more episode. We'll do one more episode and see if we can wrap it up. What time is it? It's like 2:12. Yeah, it's a bit later than I would like, to be honest, but fuck it. Let's do it anyway. Yeah. Alright, 1 tier. Let's have to continue on.